Going everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. We're going to be talking about Hbar, taking a look at the price and of course analyzing and seeing what we could be expecting as we are going into a brand new week ahead of us. So looking across the market, market is picking up a lot of, momentum as we can see across the board. A lot of coins are in green right now. Specifically, if you're looking at Bitcoin is breaking out. And of course, when Bitcoin goes up, you are going to see the broader market, follow that. So that is very exciting. We're going to obviously touch a little bit more onto, Bitcoin's price. But as far as Hbar is concerned, it's up 4.4% in USD comparative with the price currently sitting at 17.2 cents. Also up 1.5% in Bitcoin comparative. Now, if you're looking at the market cap, 7.27 billion, almost approaching that $7.3 billion market cap, and the 24-hour trading volume has increased, pretty much more than doubled over the last 24 hours alone, currently sitting at 128.3 million. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So right now, a lot of excitement, but if you're looking at what the dominance is doing, it's showing a lot of interesting moves. You guys can see this for yourself. Dominance went down to 63.66% obviously yesterday, and we focused on that in our yesterday's update, and kind of giving you guys a little bit of an explanation how important that really was. But what happened really today is that as we are going into Monday morning, BTC did see a really nice breakout. As you can see this for yourself, Bitcoin literally is currently sitting at 87,500. I was speaking about the 86k range, how important it was for the price of Bitcoin to get back above that 86k range. We finally broke out of that range, and right now we're retesting some of the levels we haven't seen since the beginning of this month. So the nice setup that we're seeing with BTC, but as Bitcoin price broke out, so did the dominance. So that retracement that we saw yesterday pretty much has been invalidated. It's feeling like it never even happened. But right now, of course, altcoins are still going to have a positive reaction to this Bitcoin move. But imagine if dominance did not move. Imagine if the dominance stayed at 63.66%. I think we would have seen much more gain for altcoins than what we're seeing right now. So if we're seeing about like 4.4% for Hbar, I think we could have seen 6 to even 7%. But let's take a closer look and really analyze and take a look at what's really happening with Hbar's price. If you're looking at it on a daily perspective, you could see this for yourself. Obviously, dating back to 2021, we have quite a bit of resistance from that specific cycle. Specifically at that 18 cents. I've spoken to you guys about this range, several different times, and I really wanted to kind of give you guys better visuals because, I watched my video over yesterday and kind of, wanted to discuss, the previous cycle. As you can see this for yourself, previous cycle, we got supported by this 18 cents, several different times. So, that exact same level now, as the price is, in that reversal stage, you are seeing that same exact, level come in as, hurdle in front of the price. So, which of course is, in terms of terminology, it's called a resistance. And you can see this for yourself, how much resistance there really is for Hbar around that range. But, a beautiful move towards the upside today. Again, if you want to take a look at it on the hourly time frame, you will see it from a different angle. So let's take a look at it on an hourly perspective. So you can see the price is, making its way back up to this accumulation pattern that we were in, in the first week of April. And obviously, like I said, we do have some resistance coming in the way, but, this 18 cents is such an important level to break out of. If it's able to break out of that range, I do personally believe, Hbar's price could start heading up to that 20 cents. Obviously, right now, what's different is that, dominance is really high. Obviously, people are very, fast to go and talk about what was happening in quarter, 4 of last year, and even, at the beginning of the year back in, January. But what people don't realize is, where the index for the dominance was really sitting. It was much lower than where we are right now. So that is something you need to always factor in. But let me know down below what you guys think. Thank you for all your support. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.